Hi and welcome to day 2 of 14 days of hannahelyse99. In today's video I'm going to show you how to create this gorgeous cat eye. This look is inspired by an old 2016 Glamour magazine I found in my magazine collection. The cover features a very gorgeous photo of Demi Lovato with this very similar cat eye look. And I was really inspired by the cover to recreate the look for myself. So I put a little bit of my own twist and added a little bit more bronze to complement more of the pink undertones within my own skin. So if you're interested in learning how to create this gorgeous makeup look, please keep watching. Before you get started on your makeup, you need to go ahead and prep your skin with your skincare. I've already done mine and did all of that off camera, but if you're interested to see what my routine is for my skin, you can check out either of these two videos that I'm going to have carded up here. But I did go ahead and prep my skin off camera. And now I'm going to go ahead and apply some lip balm. Okay, to start everything off, I'm going to start with priming my eyes because my eyes tend to get a little bit greasy and will tend to crease throughout the day. So I'm going to go ahead and put a primer and then a powder on them to go ahead and set my eyelids. You can skip this step if you find that product doesn't really move around on your eyelids throughout the day, but any of you that have oily skin, please go ahead and follow this step or it's going to completely dissipate throughout the day, and we don't want that. So to start off, I'm priming with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I'm going to apply this all over my lids pretty generously, and I'm going to gently rub and blot all of this in. I went ahead and applied this under the eye area too, just a little bit below, just to go ahead and set that area as well. And then to set all of the primer potion in place, I'm going to take this Airspun translucent powder and I'm going to apply this to there and let it bake for just a few seconds. So I've let this powder sit on my eyes for just a few seconds. Now we're going to go ahead and wipe that away with a powder brush. So just have this one and I'm just going to lightly wipe. Good, there we go. We have a good base to start with now. So to start off the eyeshadow portion of this look, I'm going to be taking my Morphe 350 palette, and I'm going to be taking a very nice light beige neutral color. So it's going to be, if you're looking at your palette, I'm going to be using this second color right here. We're going to take this light fluffy brush and then we're just going to apply a neutral light beige sort of color to the lid to go ahead and start this process off. Alright, now that we have our base color on, it's time to go ahead and start smoking the eye up a little bit. So we're going to be taking that same fluffy brush that we just used, and we're going to be continuing on with our Morphe 350 palette. And then I'm going to take this sort of taupey brown. It is on the lighter side of everything. And I'm going to be taking this color right here and I'm going to apply that all over the lid as well. So let me give you a closer view of the palette, and we're going to apply this all over the lid. Now that we have this smoky sort of taupe brown color on both of the eyelids, we're going to go ahead and take that same shade and bring it down under to go ahead and add more definition to the underneath portion of our eyes. Okay, so now that we have our base on, the upper lid, and then the lower part of the eye, we're going to go ahead and smoke this look out and make it a little deeper and add more dimension to it by grabbing a slightly darker brown smoky shade. And we're going to take this about a third of the way. So we're going to take this deeper shade and apply it about the third of the way from the eye to the end and take it a little bit like up and just smoke this area out. We're just going to go from this shade which we just used and we're going to go just over to the next door neighbor, and we're going to take, like I said, this slightly deeper shade and darken the outer corner of our eye. I'm still using this fluffy blending brush to blend everything together. I'm going to take this shade right here, which is, like I said, just one up from the one we've been using, and just lightly dab the brush into that. Tap off the excess if you need to. Very sparingly dab it from like here out. and blend, 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 blend as you do this. Okay, so this is what it looks like on both eyes. Alright, now we're going to carry on with deepening the outer corners. I'm going to take this shade right here, which is slightly deeper than the shade we just used, and use that just on the ends and then the lower portion of our eyes to deepen the entire look. Now I'm going in with this small, flat, slightly angled BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm going to be taking that deeper shade that we just applied to the outer ends of our eyes, and I'm going to be taking that shade using this brush and apply it to the underneath portion of our eyes. You can tell by really filling in and edging out that little corner, we already have sort of a winged effect or a cat-like detailing to our eye, so do that over to the other side as well. Don't worry if you have too much eyeshadow a little bit lower down than you anticipated on getting it, because we haven't done our foundation yet, so you can easily kind of clean that up whenever you do put on your foundation. Before we move on to the eyeliner portion of this eye makeup look, we're going to go in with this flat brush like this, and we're going to take a few shimmer shades to the lid just to add a little more va-va-voom to the eye. I'm going to take this golden gunmetal shade right here, and I'm going to apply this all over the lid. Alright, so you can either stop here with the golden shimmers, or you can go over it with a slightly brighter shade and really add more pop to the inner portion of the eyes, which is what I'm going to do. So we're going to take this beautiful deep golden shimmer shade up at the top of the palette right here, and we're going to do the same thing and apply this over to the lid and really focusing it on that inner corner as well. I'm going to take this paper towel because I got a little too much of the golden shimmer product higher than I would like on this upper portion of my eye, so I'm going to fold this over and try and clean that up a little bit. That is all we do for the eyeshadow, and now we're going to go ahead and move on to the liner portion of this video. And for eyeliner, I'm going to go in with this NYX brown eyeliner, and it's just a pencil. Alright, and we're going to take this liner and we're going to line the waterline and tightline, and then we're also going to lightly line underneath the eye on the skin as close to the lash line as possible, and then we're going to try and do a little light line on the upper portion close to the lash line as possible, and we're also going to take it into the inner corner and add a lot of emphasis on our eye shape with that as well. So my tip for this is to follow the shape of your own eye and take it slow and get it as close to the lash line as you possibly can. I am new when it comes to eyeliner as well, so this is something I'm still learning and working on, but just take it slow and take it step by step. And yeah, so let's go ahead and start with the lower portion of our eye. And we're going to start with, I think this is just the waterline. And you can take your finger, your pointer finger, and kind of drag the skin a little bit, and then look up a little bit, and it'll expose the line. You can see what it looks like on the left side of my face, having just lined the lower waterline and then having not lined anything on the other side. And then we're going to go ahead and line the waterline on the lower side on the right side of the eye. Okay, and then I've just gone ahead and lightly lined as close to the bottom lash line as possible. Now I'm going to go ahead and try and tightline the waterline up on the upper lash level. So let's try and do that. And then it helps to, like I said, pull on the eye a little bit. So I do this, and then I draw right there. When it comes to doing the upper lash line and the lower lash line, it helps to do a process of taking the small angled brush and then the liner and switching between the two to evenly blend and have more control over your line. This is the finished eye makeup look. Now I'm gonna grab my Benefit They Are Real mascara and apply mascara evenly to both set of lashes. Okay, so this is the finished eye makeup. So now we move on to skin to complete the rest of the look. For foundation, I'm taking my Illuminaire foundation and concealer, and I'm applying this evenly all over my skin and really focusing it on any blemishes, acne marks, scars, or any sort of redness on the skin. To set my foundation in place, I'm taking this Airspun translucent powder and I'm applying this with a sponge and really pressing it into the skin, focusing it on any areas that I don't want the foundation to wear off of throughout the day. Put some definition and color back into my skin. I'm taking the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and I'm sculpting this along my cheekbones, my nose, my forehead, jaw, and taking a little bit of the bronzer down my neck just to make sure the color is even throughout my skin. Once my bronzer is set in place, I like to go ahead and brush through my eyebrows. It doesn't really matter for me what product I use. This is the Benefit Give Me Brow, and I just take this spoolie and brush it through each of my brows. For blush, I'm going in with my Tartiste Pro Glow and Blush palette, and I'm taking this fluffy blush brush, and I'm applying this really girly pink shade to the apples of my cheeks, and I'm swiping that across my nose as well, just to evenly distribute the color. For highlighter, I'm going in with the Becca Champagne Pop, and I'm applying this to the high points of my cheeks, my nose, my cupid's bow, and a part of it on my chin too. To finish off the look, I'm going in with my Dior Lip Maximizer. This gloss adds a nice tint of color and a lot of shine to the lips, so it complements the eye look really well without taking too much away from it. Alright, this is the finished makeup look. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you recreate this look, make sure to tag me on any of my socials. And yeah, alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3. Bye.